G'day Sailing to Freedom fans, a bit of an update, not much of an update, but it's an update nonetheless. I had wanted to give you better news. We've still got some ongoing factory issues and we've got some issues with the calibration unit. You might not know what that is, but some of you do know what that is, but hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks I'll be able to elaborate further. I can't even give you videos of the issues we're having because I'm not even in Greece, I'm in Albania. And you're probably thinking, what are you doing in Albania, Plucky? You should be in Greece. Well, here's the story. I don't know if you've noticed, but since February my views have tanked. Basically they're currently in the toilet and I do not meet the minimum monthly income threshold to apply to the Greek government for a digital nomad visa. In fact, I'm not even anywhere near halfway there. So I'm only granted 90-day visa every 180 days. Now, I've already used 60 days up in Greece. I've only got 30 days left. So I've gone to Albania and currently I'm in North Macedonia, getting chased from hostel to hostel. Not ideal living out of a backpack, people, but don't get me started. And so when I get the go-ahead, I can go back to Greece and start filming. But then I'll have to film for like 3 or 4 days and then hitchhike or bus it back to Albania or North Macedonia, do the videos and then rush back and keep on doing that because I need to pepper 30 days that I've got remaining of my original 90 days over the next 95 days until September 16 when I'm granted another 90-day visa for 180 days. Hopefully, with more views and my income improving a bit, I'll be able to apply for the digital nomad visa and I'll be able to get accommodation. Now, a bit disappointed because I had wanted to have accommodation now because I've already had 3 people come to visit and I couldn't look after them, couldn't go to the factory, they couldn't help me because people are volunteering to try and help me with the build. It's a bit even more disappointing is the fact that Bart, who was supposed to join me, he's my right-hand man and it's going to take a lot of the workload from me. He can't join me yet either because well, I'm not set up. I'm still only a one-man show, which it's certainly difficult living out of a backpack trying to run everything. I'm nothing if I can't adapt. We all know that I should be able to muddle my way through somehow. So, what's the plan? The plan is to hopefully increase the views. I mean, if you want to share and subscribe and whatever, that would be great. And hopefully, with me pushing plastic bags into the hole of the sinking Sailing into Freedom enterprise, we'll get there. Don't you worry, we will survive, people. Business must be booming, people. There's buildings going up all over the place. I mean, in some places it just reminds me of Australia. Certainly much greener than Greece. I mean, there's trees and parks all over the place. That's something that was odd about Greece. Everything's white and everything is either tarred or asphalted or marbled up, so it seems I mean, it's beautiful but it's harsh to the eye, whereas, you know, green is just pleasant. I mean, look at this is just lovely. I mean, if you asked me what Albania would be like, I wouldn't have known, but I would have said it wasn't going to be like this at all. But that's because I live on a boat, people, and I've just got no idea. But this is much more developed than I thought it would be. I mean, it's just a friggin' modern society. Everyone's hustling and bustling. Well, I don't like that part, but you know, what can you do? This statue celebrates the revolt of 1912, where Albania rejected the rule of the Ottoman Empire. So what did I know about Albania before I came to Albania? Well, basically nothing. I knew a bit of history from World War II and the Ottoman Empire. So, I mean, they'd been occupied by the Ottoman Empire, by Serbia, the Italians just before the war, then Nazi Germany, I mean, they had a rough time. Then they were a one-party communist state. And when I came here, I mean, I was expecting it to be like a bit of a rougher state than it is, but it's just a modern state. So they've fared quite well. Well, that's probably in the last 20 or 30 years since the collapse of the communist regime. But people are friendly. It's a really nice spot. In fact, 6 months ago, if you said to me I'd be in Albania, would have floored me, people. All I knew about Albania is that it was a communist country until the 90s, ruled brutally by Enver Hoxha. What the hell is this, people? Here is an example of Hoxha's paranoia. Bunkers everywhere. Here is one in town, now converted into a museum. Bunkers in the bay, bunkers in the countryside, bunkers joining villages. Now you might say that these bunkers are easy to identify from the air and so could be bombed. But not so, people. The communist regime has thought of everything. No one's going to bomb a giant lady beetle now, are they? Some of them are linked by miles of tunnels, with accommodation and the necessary protection against nuclear attack. We even have bunkers at the beach. Now, hang on ladies, you need to cover them up. That's better. I head down the Albanian coast to Vlore, what they call the Albanian Riviera. I was editing videos and lost track of time. My ride is waiting at the bottom of the hill. These guys are Aeroclub Albania. Roland, the founder, is showing me around Albania. Here's some paragliding students learning today.
Subscribe.
That's the spirit. We're just waiting for one of Roland's students to land and then we go back to the top.
He's the man. If you want to learn paragliding, to become better in paragliding, to do SIV, to be more secure, maybe to learn some macro, go to Roland and you'll figure it out.
And check out how soft the landings can be. This is a Polish girl I met. She'll be flying again today. All right, people, look at this. And yes, Hoxha even had bunkers on hilltops, all over the place. I think someone's been using this for a toilet. Where does it go? It's blocked off. Easy launch. Nice rounded shape. So you're not going to get any like rotor. The wind should be like nice and smoothly coming up over. This club does a heap of tandems for the tourists. This is the crew and a couple of victims. Tourists.
It will help me mentally probably.
So look, to escape.
Here is the Polish girl again. Look at the beauty and style in that. And she is also good at paragliding, people. This is Kevin, one of the tandem paraglider pilots. He's a master of paragliding, people, and apparently a master of the ladies. Well, so he says. Sorry, Kev. Aeroclub Albania also do SIV courses and Acro courses, short for acrobatic, people, where you basically throw your wing all over the place and learn to recover it without shitting yourself. And this is me, not a master, just someone getting out there and getting into trouble mostly. G'day people! Welcome to being a bird! Controlling the glider with one hand, on both brake lines. It's very safe, especially over the sea because it's pretty well constant. Basically, we've got a sea breeze kicking in, hitting a mountain and rising, and I'm on that. Basically, this is me ridge soaring back and forth, not losing any height. This is because the sea breeze out front of the hill is about 5 knots, but as it compresses and rises at the hill, it is, say, about 10 knots, giving me an inexhaustible lift, provided I stay where I am in the lift zone. But because we've got the valley, that's all heating up, well, the coastal plain, we're getting thermals kicking off. So what is a thermal? Well, as I am ridge soaring, an area down below, say here, is heating up. This bubble of hot air gets bigger and bigger as the sun heats the ground and rocks. There comes a point in time where it is triggered to burst and it rises and drifts with the breeze from the ocean. Now, I can't see the thermal burst, but I may see some trees moving or some birds circling that can give me a bit of a hint. But quite often I am blissfully unaware until part of my wing rises and I turn into the thermal and I rise with it. And I'm getting to occasional one of those, although I haven't filmed that. I might film that in a sec. But usually I have to be more controlled with the brake lines. I'm actually filming and trying to stay in this thermal at the same time. We all know what's going to happen. Well, it was a bit tricky today, so I couldn't film it close to the hill. Lots of bullets, you know, wind getting thrown all over the place. I can barely fly, let alone talk and fly at the same time. But now we're in the laminar airflow from over the ocean because there's no thermals there today. Ocean's too cold. But that was good fun. Now it's just relaxing. Look, I can just do no hands. It's just easy, just weight shift. Now, this is not me landing, but look at how easy and accurate it is. It was just a coincidence that I was in Albania at the same time as the Paragliding World Accuracy Championships. There were close to 100 pilots from all around the world to compete. Today was practice day with a makeshift target right here. But look at how easy all the landings are and how accurate they are as well. Now you can see how much fun it is. I'm not actually on launch at the moment, but there's rain and lightning. But I can't see any reason why 99% of you out there can't do it. I mean, what are the excuses? Now, probably the first thing you're going to say is, I don't want to jump off a cliff. See ya. This is jumping off a cliff, and this is not what we do at all. Although, if I ever was diagnosed with cancer, I would take this sport up and be cured. That's right, the cure would come at 200 kilometers per hour. Almost all launches are quite well rounded, and so you're actually flying before you reach the edge. And in fact, there's no edge because it's usually just going down gently. So, and if you have any worries as you are taking off, you can just bury the brakes and it'll just stop, and you just stop moving, and then you just pack your gear up and go, well, just pick your gear up, go up to the top and try again. This is the side profile of the launch. As you can see, there is no cliff. In fact, your feet probably leave the ground about here. Not scary or dangerous at all. Maybe you think you're too old. Well, look, that's a whole lot of rot. I was once in the country and I met an 83-year-old who had just flown a few hours, and he landed like 30 or 40 k's away from launch. This is Gary sitting on the back of a tractor. He got picked up after flying for a couple of hours. He learnt at the age of 73, people. Age is no barrier. This is Lou Serrano. He's got a YouTube channel. Check him out. I think he's 71 now and he's flying. No excuses, people. Maybe you think you're not fit enough. Well, are you fit enough to actually sit on the couch and watch me on YouTube? Well, are you then able to sit in a very, very comfortable harness that, you know, hugs you and look at the view? Yeah, it's a whole lot of rot, people. Just do it. Maybe you think you can't run fast enough on takeoff. Well, almost always there's a breeze coming up the face. If there's not, you don't fly. And so as the breeze is coming up, it's actually easy to take off. Basically, as you lift the wing, it just sort of stays above your head and you take 1 or 2 steps and you are off. So you don't really need to run fast. I mean, check out this video. There's not much wind here, but the Polish girl takes about 7 steps and then 2 hover fake steps, and then she's off. This old guy launches at the bottom of the dune where there is plenty of room, and then walks the glider back close to the toe of the dune, and then 1, 2, 3 step, and he is up and away. And again here, very few steps, and look how easy it is. Or maybe you think you can't run fast enough on landing. Now, there is a possibility that on takeoff you took off and there was wind in your face and you fly for 6 hours, go land out, whoop whoop, and whoop whoop's a long way away, people, out in the sticks, there you go. And it could be nil wind. And so you will come down faster. But as you come down, you flare, you bury the brakes, you do it properly, and you'll learn this if you do a course, and it's just 2 or 3 steps and you stop. But if you're really freaked out, and you should never be freaked out, people, just come down and slide on your harness. You've got bum protection, you've got back protection, and you've got a seat board. So you just slide away until you stop. Or maybe you think it's too heavy to carry. Nowadays, the harnesses are super lightweight and the wings are also lightweight. You can get away with 10 to 12 kilos. I think you can even go lighter if you're a bit of a pussy. There's no excuses there. I mean, check out this girl and this guy with their backpacks. Or maybe you think you're scared of heights. Well, number one, you ought to grow a pair. But look, up until the age of 18, I was scared of practically everything. And then I went, bugger it, I'm just going to do everything. And look at where I am today. And hardly anything bad happens to me, people. Or maybe your excuse is that you're a girl. Now, when I say girl, I mean the girl in the old-fashioned sense, the ones that are biological, not the made-up ones that now winning the Olympics and all these, you know, competitions, even though they've got bits. Girls, there's plenty of girl paraglider pilots out there. Yes, there's not as many as the guys, but you will be super looked after because the guys are so happy to see the girls there. So just do it. I mean, I don't even know if I really even shouldn't dignify it with a response. Girls, just do it. Well, that, good people, should cover all your misconceptions and excuses. If you've got more excuses, well, maybe you should live in a box. Look, I can see no reason why any boat or car does not have one of these paragliders in the back of it or somewhere in there, because look, 5 minutes to set up, 8 to 15 minutes to pack up, depending on how well you want to pack it up. You can fly coastal, and coastal super safe because you can see the breeze on the water, and as it gets darker it gets stronger, or you can see the white horses, and it gives you a prior indication. You go, oh, maybe I ought to be landing now. So it's very safe, it's laminar, it's constant, it's wonderful. Or if you want to intensify your experience, you can come out to the country and you can go into thermals, you can fly into clouds, people, you can get into well, it's very dangerous and you ought not to do it, but you probably will. You should fly close, or well, as you get close, you should fly away from them. There's some rules about that, but if you go to a reputable teacher of paragliding, he'll go through all of that. But it's immensely fun. You get up to one cloud and then you take off, and you can literally fly hundreds of kilometers. It is awesome, and it's an adventure getting there, and then it's an adventure coming back, because you meet a heap of a lot of people who pick you up. So I think that covers it all, does it? If you do want to know or get into paragliding, there are local schools everywhere. Look them up on the internet, or if you're having real difficulty or want some advice, send me an email below and I'll give it to you freely. You know me, sailing into freedom. The more the merrier that we do all of these things like sailing, paragliding, spearfishing, whatever. Just get out there, people. Live life. Mind-forged manacles are the worst. Discard them and live your life now. Apparently they aren't the World Championships, but are like a warm-up heat. But as far as I'm concerned, there were people from all around the world, they were being accurate, and there were national champions there. So the title is fitting in my books.
All right, Pedro, look, man, there is so much to this, you know. Here is literally the gathering of all the legends, you know. Everyone here is living out of paragliding. They teach people out of paragliding. They represent their own nation. Everyone here is a big-time competitor. It's gonna be amazing, you know. This year, there is a FAI Class 1 World Championship in Bulgaria, and this is just one occasion to get trained, to see who you have around you and what is your level compared to the other ones. I wouldn't miss this one, for real. You just need to do some precision landing, you know. Everybody can do that. Everybody can get into it, no? This is gonna happen, you know. We're gonna have one champion, you know, only one place in the top podium. Oh, che stile! I can't wait. What about you?
Stefano is quite the character. Maybe not the biggest in stature, but certainly the one with the biggest heart.
It's so good to see you.
Just gonna go check out the gang. We had my very good friends, the North Macedonians there, Adam and Kiro. No bias here, well, maybe a little. France, Italy, Spain, Croatia, lots of Croatians. Kosovo, Slovenia, Germany, Switzerland, Mongolia, and of course, Albania. There were speeches about welcoming everyone to the comp and also to welcome sailing into freedom.
Yay! Sailing into freedom. I love Brian. Sailing into freedom's the best. He's my favourite.
Basically, the target is a round circle with a nipple at the centre. If you touch that nipple, you are a winner, people. I am talking about the paragliding target, people. As you can see, he is very happy to touch it. I know the feeling. You've got the rescue out there, in case someone lands in the drink, like my mate Kevin. Although there's no one doing acro today, so I sincerely doubt it. Unless the wind comes over the back and pushes them out, which is sort of forecast to do, I think. All right, here comes another one. With the Saudi Arabia team?
Yeah,
correct?
we are Saudi
And
Arabia
this
team.
guy just landed. You know how close your teammate got to the...
He got 10 centimeters.
10 centimeters?
Yeah, and he's not happy for it.
He's not happy?
Yeah,
Really?
we want to get as close as possible for 0-0 and like...
Well, we saw one Albanian guy, he got right on it.
Yeah, I think the first one in the day that he got 0-0, it's the best feeling to get 0-0 and celebrate.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, my friends. And this was Stefano flying. He wasn't very happy with this.
Hey, you see? Also the number one can mistake, you see? That's how difficult it is.
Yeah, especially in no wind or very little wind.
Allora, I think it's changing, you know, there is little wind and then zero wind, and this is not like just straight wind, no, this is start to begin thermal. Can you see the temperature?
Yeah.
The thermal means when you have little wind, you go up also, and you don't go so much forward.
Yeah.
And when you have zero wind, you go a lot forward and you also go down.
I'm looking around, there's a few people limping, so they're really stretching that leg to land on it to get that little nipple. I mean, I always go for the nipple myself, but I don't know if I'd break a leg over it. There's plenty of nipples to go around, people. It's yet to be a spectator sport. They've got the barricades, but no spectators just yet. Well, there's me and this guy behind me. Some people don't like getting asked questions. Kevin! Team Albania, Team Hong Kong, Team Chile?
Team Albania.
Albania, okay. And official? Who are you?
Wait.
And what was your name?
Roland Dorozhani. Henia.
Yeah, okay. You want to say some words to the camera because you're the prettiest girl here and I think people would pay attention to that more.
Thank you.
You're trying to get more views, huh?
Damn straight. But that?
My hit rates.
Yeah, okay, well done, thank you. Who are you?
Tyron.
Tyron from?
England.
And what's your scores?
3 centimeters and 97 centimeters.
Wow, 3. Jeez.
No, not 3, 12.
12.
12.
It's
Yeah.
growing, people. You'd be a good fisherman. How big is the fish? 3. No, 12. 100.
Okay.
Okay, wind's coming now from over the hill, so they're actually doing with the wind launches, which is a pain in the arse. I mean, you've got to go twice as fast. And that's why they're going now out to sea and landing towards the hill. It's also, it's a bit dangerous launching with the wind. Another happy toucher of the, well, I'm not going to say it anymore, people, but you know the feeling. Shit, they're coming thick and fast. So who won the competition? But first, the anthems. I was surprised how long the anthems go for. At the Olympics, that must be a very slow day. This was my second favourite anthem, a no-show from Mongolia, so we skipped it. And don't forget, if you're a patron or PayPaler, you have access to the lost videos. 3 crews, 6 girls lost to the void. These are just for you guys. Here's a sneak preview.
That's how we do our laundry, people. Finally. Oh no.
So join up and become a supporter today. If you're already a patron, please check my Patreon page for new videos every week. Alternatively, if you're a PayPaler, I will send you links to the videos every week. There is already a growing list of lost videos out now.